Western stuff. Got a couple packages to get to. How's everybody's nights going? So we got a couple people in here already. Let's go. Get this changed over. How's the audio? Let's turn this down a little bit. How's everybody doing? I wonder if we are getting on now. Nice. Let's go. How's everybody doing? I need to get this over so that way I can actually read the comments. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a little Western work. We shall get started on that here pretty soon. It's pretty large. It's definitely the size of my arm. It's 3. Hopefully that fixed it. I think I had the mic off on the camera. I think it should be back now. Oh, we have a ton of work to do on this. I originally was planning on doing this a little bit smaller, and then all of a sudden got way bigger. So we are going to try to get a little bit more. I think you can see, yeah, you can kind of see a bit of the river section. We're going to try to get the center section done, and then we'll see about inside. We've got 2 sides of the mountain, so I think we might end up pulling from the Batcave inventory a little bit. Just a little bit. And then I need to, maybe that's something we can do in a minute, get some more of the vegetation type pieces, because we're going to need a lot on the inside of the cave, because this is kind of like a big test on different techniques I'm going to use for the Batcave as far as this like mountain cave system goes. Seeing like how much do you actually need in order to get a solid connection and like a build that you can set a top plate on. So it's kind of just a big test. That's really what this is. But we'll see. I know for sure we're gonna need a lot more plant pieces, but that's not really right now to worry about. I'm just putting down a few to where we're at. And then we'll start doing like rocks and figuring out what's gonna go in here. I should probably put rocks on the inside of the cave, so that way when you're looking into it, it actually looks like a system, and then from there build. You can kind of see, turn this a little more. I have not made, I know I haven't gotten any more made yet. I found somebody that does do them locally, so I'm probably gonna go through there. It's just a little bit more expensive. I'd rather do it locally than over whatever, but I don't know. When we get to that point, we'll get to that point. What's going on? Well, I appreciate you, sir, for right now. That's cool, I appreciate it. We're gonna get, I need to find some tile. I'm gonna be up and around here all over the place in a minute, trying to find some tile, or different pieces of plate, and just kind of filler brick. I think we might end up doing 2 more Mills plates. This way, not the full plate. We're probably gonna end up using one of these right here. So it'll go there, and then you can't really see it, but there. So that way this little camp section is a little bit longer. That way the camp, go down a little, oops, wrong way. The camp section can be extended out just a tiny bit. I'm happy with it so far. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, it is. So far, originally, this piece right here was the very back, and I was just gonna have a huge section for the Calvary, which actually we have a little package here to open in just a minute, and then we've got a little vacuum to open up, and we're gonna maybe test it out real quick, doing a little bit of dust. I'm not sure if make this hollow. That way you can kind of look through the center and see what's going on, or I don't know. That's why it's nice that it's on Mills plates, because I can bend it out further this way if I want to try to like round this section off and then taper up as we go. Yeah, because I'm not really basing this off of like any real mountain section or anything like that, or cave system or anything like that. So it's just kind of whatever looks good is what we're gonna roll with. Is the Spider-Man? He could be in there. He could be in there. That is a possibility. I'm not sure. I kind of used all the plate already on this, so I'll dig for a little bit, but I think what we're gonna do is use some of these parts, grab some burps, and we're going to add some burps. Blake as Lego Boy. What's going on? Yeah, we're gonna add some burps. Actually, yeah, I guess we'll finish this section. We'll get the 2 more burps tall. I'm not sure the height. I guess we'll kind of figure that out. We'll do this section, and then I'll show you guys the height compared to a minifigure. You can kind of see it over here. It's gonna be probably that much taller. And then we could do 1 more layer of burps if need be. And hopefully, I don't have to say that word too many more times. But I need to grab a few from over here. Poor back pain. This is like screaming right now, but gotta do what you do, right? So I think if we do that there, or we could put it 1 further back. This is where it's going to be kind of interesting as far as, because this is all on a Mills plate, it all has to be able to come apart. Figuring out how to make everything like structurally sound is going to be kind of interesting. But that is how I'm going to do the Batcave, so it's kind of like a tester, just to see how different techniques work, see how strong you can get something with like the least amount of studs connecting it in a way. And then kind of what type of like strength as you build these up and they kind of extend in, what kind of support that's gonna create for whatever goes on the top. And then is figuring out how to make the inside of these look pretty, because the outside you can add a bunch of different slopes to and basically cover it up to where you can't even see that, but the inside is pretty ugly and it's kind of hard to actually connect anything on the inside. You kind of have to go from up in here, you put a plate across, and you can kind of connect stuff up in here. So that's going to be something we're going to mess around with. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's getting there. It's definitely in a very short amount of time at that. Like, I've just kind of been cranking this one out, which is kind of cool. And I've been watching a bunch of different YouTube documentaries on all different Western kind of stuff. So that's really cool. I'm learning a bunch of stuff from it, as well as playing Red Dead Redemption to kind of get just some random ideas as far as like landscaping and different things to put around the campsites and stuff like that. Just cool little things, because you can like walk around them and everything. It's pretty useful. Pretty cool. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, this. We have to try to figure out how to make this look pretty. These 2 out, because there's a opening right there. So we need that. Let's go over just a tiny bit. There we go. That's good. Now you can kind of see the whole mountainside. So there are a couple minifigures up here. You can kind of see, looking down, there's probably 6-7 inches. We could do one higher, one level higher, which would put them, you know, up there. And that would definitely be a, what's going on? Never too old for Lego. There you go, let's go. Yeah, that might be too tall, but well, let's just figure this out. I'm gonna try to make this look somewhat cohesive and like it's all placed there together. And I'm gonna change this song because I don't know, I'm not super into a bunch of banjo-y music. I was trying to just find like a copyright-free Western type music, but that's pretty hard. Anything copyright-free is usually like not the great. These aren't terrible, I guess. The inside's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be able to do all kinds of like storytelling. I think that's gonna be the top. I'm gonna have a bunch of vegetation, a bunch of different trees, also to get just that much more height. So that way when you're looking at it from afar, it kind of like has something to grab you in, where the original build was just gonna be this and then extended out however far. So it wasn't really gonna have any height to it. Now we've got some pretty good height. So I think I just need to shut up now and start trying to get bricks in places and make them look somewhat decent with each other. But I'm excited. Oh yeah, should we open these guys now or should we wait? We can wait a minute. We'll wait a minute and then we'll open those guys up. Excited for them. I know I've already got them, but that's part of army building is like you just buy the same figure. You just finished your Star Wars build. What was it? Was it a set or was it a mock? Or like my own creation, you know? I haven't gotten really any... That's not true. I mean, I've just bought a few Lego sets off of eBay, but I haven't bought any sets from the store in like a long time, actually. It's been a minute. It's scary. Once you start mock building, like, I mean, between mock building and custom minifigures, that's up like pretty much the entire Lego budget. So sets aren't really something I even pay attention to right now. But with that said, there are a few really cool Star Wars sets that I kind of have been looking at. A lot of mock building too is just like taking the time of you build something, take it apart, rebuild it, take it apart. I want to do a army build by IDK. What minifigs? Okay, so the Black Falcon are super cheap. I should have done them for army building. Originally, I thought these guys were $10 or under. In reality, on eBay, they're like, if for good condition, they're like 20 up. So army building, that's not the greatest. That's what, 5 minifigures and you're at $100. Where the Black Falcons, I think you can get them from the Lego minifigure website or the Lego website for like dirt cheap. We need a saloon. Okay, that's the other thing. If this gets any bigger, which it already is going to get half a base plate this way, half a base plate here, and then same on this side. So like it's gonna get one base plate wider, and it's gonna get for sure 2 base plates. What would that be? Wider, taller, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. It's gonna get a lot bigger, and I really wanted to do just a small saloon, like on just a normal base plate. But now that I'm doing this, I kind of want to do a full build of like a Western saloon, a barn, or something just like old school looking. A small Iron Legion minifigure army. Dang, that's pretty solid actually. I don't have any of those dudes. I think they just came out with some new ones too, and I haven't even gotten any of those. I do have like the Iron Man Hauler, but I don't have the any of the Iron Legion. I'm trying to read too, bro. I just built them for focus and give them all my army builds to my. I just build them for focus. That's solid. That's pretty cool. Excuse me. I think there are a few people that, I mean, it's a really solid idea. Technically, I wouldn't consider this I mean, I guess this is an army build for sure. I think anything like past 5 is an army build, but these are all my guys. I'm trying to build them somewhat historically correct, meaning my army, I'm gonna have 1, and then 3, then 50, and then 4 per general, or like commander, or whatever you want to call them. So I'm gonna end up quite a few of them, and then who knows, by the time I'm done with it, I don't know what I'll do with them. I'll probably sell them or something like that. Do a whatnot stream. Streams are actually pretty cool. I've done 2 so far and they went pretty good. It was cool. I was selling minifigures for like dirt cheap too, but I still made a decent little amount. So what I'm gonna do with that I made from whatnot is I'm gonna buy another lot of bulk minifigures, go through them on whatnot and see how that does. Because it is fun just hanging out on whatnot selling minifigures. The new ones are the ones I bought. You get a cool minifigure with. That's not bad. Yeah, the new ones are really cool. I've seen a few of them in person at 5 Star, and I was tempted to buy them, but I was already buying a bunch of parts and pieces. I was like, no, I don't need minifigures today. Besides, I'm gonna go 2 days from now on Wednesday, because they have the, mind fart. They have the sale, the little discount, 25% off on all minifigures. So that's a solid little steal. You can get, when I go in there, I can get the cavalry dudes for like $7 a piece almost. They don't have their bandanas, but I can get them on Bricklink. The white bandanas are the most expensive out of all of the Lego bandanas, unfortunately, because I think they only came in like the older sets. But you can still find a few that have like 5 to 10 in stock, so I'll just buy them, and then I'll try to find other random little parts and pieces that I can use for the mock to throw it in to make it a solid Bricklink order that's worth it, you know? Printing on them is actually pretty, the new one, yeah, I've seen them, yeah, it's pretty cool. They have, I don't remember what helmets they have actually, for some reason. I can't remember. Is it the older style, like the little flip-up hood, or is it the new kind of solid armor? I don't remember. I do need to get to placing at least something, right? And I see a few areas that I think we can put some people kind of cool when you're looking in. Because I don't want to restrict it too much on the entrance of the cave. But at the same time, I had, oh, you can't see it. But I got this from 5 Star too. This is one of the little old kayak or canoe, you want to call it. So that's gonna go somewhere in the cave. You can't see it, but it's gonna go somewhere in here. Because I want to do like a little scene. Kind of like on the Pirates of the Caribbean, if you've ever been through that on the Disneyland, or Disneyland. You go through like a dark section, and then you're in the river, or whatever you want to call it. And where was I going with this? Oh yeah, there's scenes on the beach. So that's what I'm gonna try to do, is like create some cool little camp areas inside of the mountain, in this little cave area. And I might as well add some lights in the campfire, so that way when you're looking in, the cave has like an orange. And I've really, really wanted to find a reason to order some of the Light My Bricks stuff. So also really funny with Lego companies. You've got Clean My Bricks, Light My Bricks. There's other companies out there with Something My Bricks. That would actually make sense if you're building an Ant-Man clone. They have the solid helmets. Oh, that's cool. I have so many ideas for what pieces. Time. Custom Lego Hydra base. That would be cool. Yeah, that would for sure be cool. Comments back up over here, so I'm not missing nothing. You could clone army bro. Micro Ant-Man? Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, dude, definitely. You should work on some more mocks, post them to your channel for sure. Everybody should work on, just like start small. This was actually kind of my favorite one as of right now for my classic like samurai shogun minifigures. It's just simple on a little plate, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. got the little creek and everything running through it. Yeah. But, like, you start there and then it's limitless. I've got a bunch of different mocks sprinkled all over the Lego. Actually, not a but. I've got like 4 or 5 sprinkled up all over right now. Yeah. I want a 3. Oh, there we go. That's an inverted slope. Where did all these inverted slopes come from? Oh, right here. Because I didn't finish that. I guess I should probably finish that first. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going. Classic look, but with modern parts and pieces to just give it like the overall little like the detail that a lot of the classics have in some of the areas, and then in some of the areas just leave it more like more studs showing, kind of the classic vibe. And of course all classic minifigures. But definitely I've got 2 Bricklink orders coming for it already. 100 of these little pieces right here coming. So we're gonna be able to put those all along the river, because these pieces are like a lifesaver when you're trying to do a curve. Obviously Lego is super square, so no matter how you do the curve, you're always gonna have like some type of square look. And when you put those parts in, they've got the three little like that, however. So it kind of gives you that natural curve already. So you can put those around the corner, and then it really makes like your river have like a super nice flowy direction. I do not remember. That's the other thing mock building is like, you're gonna forget where you're at and you're gonna mess it up, but you just have to rebuild, unfortunately, and then it'll probably look 10 times better than the way you had it. It's just getting to that point can be kind of frustrating sometimes. That's right, we were working on this section right there. So we need a few of these little pieces for sure. This actually is kind of a more vibey Western. And that's another thing with mock building, is you sometimes just gotta get in like the vibe for it. If you're not in the vibe, sometimes you'll just mess it up and you gotta restart anyways. But if you feel like you're in the right vibe for it, then go for it. Start placing parts and pieces all over the place. Eventually, it'll start coming together and looking like something cool. And for me, I always kind of like see, my dad was an artist, and I can't draw super good, but like if I really try, I can somewhat draw. But with my dad, he could always like see what he was gonna draw before he would even start drawing. And with mock building, sometimes I'll kind of like picture exactly what I want it to look like before I start, and then see, like you'll build it and you're like, no, that doesn't look like it. And then by the 4th, 5th, 6th try, it'll start looking like kind of what you pictured it would. Or it doesn't, and then you restart again, which is what this become. I'm not super happy with the way that is, but for right now, I'm gonna rock with it. Get it? Rock with it. I just came up with that. I didn't think of that when I said it. More banjo music. I just said you gotta get in the vibe, and then they freaking play more banjo music. I have nothing against the banjo. It can just get a little overdone, if that's all the song is. And with rock building, it's all about just placing parts and then restarting and then placing more, because that's like pretty much all it is. Because you want it to look not like you built it, you know? You want it to look like it just kind of flowed down and just kind of is what it is. And that's how you get like a somewhat decent looking rock structure, which I kind of did on the first bat cave. It's just starting from the bottom and working up can be kind of difficult sometimes because you don't know how far out you need to go in order to be at the right distance here. So like banjo music. Smoked, what country are you from? I'm from the US. Lego sets, if you see something you don't like. Yes, 100%. I used to think that I should keep the sets the way they came in the box. But that's not very fun. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I used to 100% do the same, not alter them whatsoever until I can't remember what was the first set. I think it was Gideon's. No, it was the Justifier. Hold on. I'll go grab it. Hopefully you guys know what the Justifier set looks like. Because I honestly don't, but I remember that it was hollow in this section. Right, it was all completely hollow. So I built and just kind of greebled this whole section and then added, can't remember, I think that was all I did. But I covered this whole section up because I thought it was absolutely hideous. There was just this big hole going through the middle. And I really liked this set because it kind of looks like an old bomber. And it's got the, oops, the little landing gears. I should really just stop messing with this. I don't even know what. I don't know what that was. Okay. But yeah, figuring out how to make it work, because the reason they didn't cover it is so there's this little gear that comes up. And so I had to like make the inside hollow. But yeah, that was a modification. And then it was Moth Gideon's, and then it's been pretty much every set since then. Like another one is Tony Stark Jet. I added a bunch more tile and then added these little things. These little like swooshy things. Just to make it look a little bit more like aerodynamic. And now it kind of looks a little bit too spaceshipy. But that was another set that I modified. This might be the first one that I did because I got this in a big bulk lot off eBay. It came with this, the other helicarrier, which I ended up selling or trading in at 5-star because I got the bigger, the UCS helicarrier. Thank you. But yeah, you're from Australia? Nice. From the People's Republic of California, yes sir. I was wondering, live streams while I'm sleeping. Oh, nice. You live stream? I'll have to check that out. You're from Wisconsin? Nice. I think I knew that, actually, I think I remember that. I feel like I remember that. That's right. We need another brick going across from here. Some gray. This is always the worst part when you have to dig. I thought I had, here, buckets. I needed. Minnesota, nice. Ohio, yes sir. That's, the Ohio Buckeyes are Nessa's grandpa's, like, favorite college team. Went to college before going into the Navy. And I think he's got some family in Ohio. And I can't remember. I don't think we have family in Ohio. I think it's Oregon. Ohio, Oregon. Kind of sounds somewhat the same. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not happy with the cave right now. Sorry that I was having to get like a minifigures perspective on it. I'm not happy with it. So I think I'm gonna stop on the cave and I'm gonna try to find some plate to finish this section. I can't remember where I had some plate. I've got some slope stuff over here. Oh boy. Oh, I remember where I have some. Bag of tan somewhere. There's gotta be some plate in here. Or there isn't, because I've already dug through them. Last time I was looking for plate. Because this is all brick. Crap. Which, that's not the end of the world, technically. We can use brick as a way of taking the floor down one step. Because on a mill, you've got the base plate, one brick, and then a plate. So that's your height. So if you do just brick, then you're under the plate. So if you use tan brick, it looks like the ground is actually kind of starting to slope down, which would make sense if you're starting to get the riverbed or creek bed or whatever this is going through the mountain. And we've got music. So if I use all tan brick around it, then I technically just have to cover up whatever other random brick that is showing. So that is going to be one nice thing about this, I guess. Do you like Back to the Future UCS DeLorean set? I'm thinking about buying it instead of the new Milana set. I do. I surprisingly don't. I haven't seen Back to the Future in a super long time, and I don't remember a ton from it. But I did see DeLorean yesterday or the day before, Saturday, in person, the bigger one, and that is sick, dude. I only know the car from like GTA, really, and I was like, holy cow, it's the car from GTA. That's sick. I almost bought it just because it was the car from GTA. Remember, I think it was like $135 because it was out of the box. I was like, nah. It's cool, but I can't do it just because I know it from GTA. Now, if I was more into Back to the Future, I probably would have for sure bought it. And yeah, the new Milano is really cool, but depending if you have like a Lego resale store nearby, you might be able to find it cheap for bucks. Because I found the new, I didn't buy it, but I found the new, what's it called? Quinjet, built out of the box. They had it there on the stand for 35 bucks. And I was like, oh dang, that's a steal. Freaking steal. I should have bought it because it probably won't be there next time I go in. But I went in there 2 times within the span of like a week and a half, and it was there both times. They also had a train, the Harry Potter train, for like 35 bucks. And I was like, no, I'm gonna contemplate it. And then somebody came in and bought it, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm not doing the train. I guess I would have to do the train. Now I got a brick stuck in there that I can't get out. Crap. Oh my god. Okay, well, that brick's just gonna stay there, I guess. We'll work around it. Going to work around it. Okay. Oh, now I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Oh, brother, there is a lot of space we gotta fill. Holy cow. Interesting. I guess there is not enough room. There is enough room, never mind, to use that there. That's cool. Then this can go here. Perfect. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. That probably doesn't. Maybe I can move this over yonder and then move this down. Now you can actually see what I'm working on. You can't see me, but you can see what I'm working on. This little corner. This is what we just did. I'm not sure about this piece though. I don't like the way that curves right there. But this can go there. No, it can't. Can if I do that. Then I need some 1x whatever plate. Also, if anybody's still here in like 5 minutes, remind me to plug my phone in, please. Do you have a canoe? Yes, sir. I think this is a canoe. And it can not make it out of this, but it can make it through that curve. So that's where it's gonna go somewhere in here probably. Probably somewhere in there. Plate and tile, plate and tile, plate and tile. Plate. It's gonna need filler brick under. I'm not 1000% happy with the way that ends and that curve. But I think if we plate this, cover that, and then go through here, I think that could work. And then we've got, I guess we could do that now, or just wait. I got 2 more mills plates to bump out. For sure 2, maybe 3, but definitely 2. I think we can pump 2 out. Oh no, this isn't gonna work at all actually. Or I guess, it can. Yeah, it'll work, I guess. We'll figure that out. I just gotta cover all this section up then. I'm not sure where the goal is to get tonight, because this has all gone a lot slower than I thought it would. But that's part of it. It's not the fastest process, unless you have a ton of like inventory all parted out and in the right spot. Oh crap, no, this won't work at all. So this is part of the part of what I was saying is if you accidentally lock the 2 mills plates together and don't catch it in time and you build over it, it can be a real pain in the ass. So you want to make sure you never, like, you have a clear line that you don't cross with bricks or anything to not lock the mills plates together. But I'm going to need more plate. I've got some. Didn't you going to try a different water style for the new Batcave? I am, yeah. So this is just the style I've kind of used already for the Batcave. But the new Batcave, I am going to try something a little bit different. There's like 3 different techniques that I've been going, kind of bouncing between. One of them is super easy and just building a border and then ordering of the little 1x studs in like translucent blue, dark translucent blue, and then clear. And then you just pour thousands of those in, and it kind of looks cool. But there are other different techniques using this that I might try. And then just also using color plate underneath it. I think black gives you the most like pop, but there are other stuff you can do, like go light blue, dark blue, black, in order to get like a depth look. For marks. Yeah, it is. It is definitely weird. Like, it makes it easy to get in over your head for sure, because you think you have a ton of stuff and then you don't have like the stuff you think you need or thought you have. But it also makes it really useful in order like this type of stuff where you do have like a lot of parts to just start yourself off building something. Because at the end of the day, that is all it does take, is you got to start with something. Place some bricks somewhere, and then just turns into. Which this was going to originally just be a base plate to hold all of the Calvary minifigures, and now it's like a full-on mock. So, that thing. Have one of these. The Batcave, it just gives me a headache when I think about it right now. I've got so many different carts that I've got to go through and edit because a lot of the stuff is sold, but so many different carts and a lot of money's worth of parts just waiting to be ordered. And not to mention all the parts that I still have here that aren't going to be used on this that I just have to start placing. Because I've gotten the base, kind of like where the bat boat is going to go, and some of that sort of out, but the rest of it, I don't have crap laid out for it. I think going like 4 to 5 times bigger might not have been the move. I think like 2 times bigger might have been the move. But I don't plan on quitting it anytime soon. So at some point, I might be freaking old, but at some point it'll be done. I think this will work. Use that little slope piece right there. This going there, and that almost covers everything. The cool thing with mock building too is you will get really good at using really parts and pieces that you wouldn't think you would like normally use, which is kind of cool in order to get different little techniques. Where'd that go? Also, because you know, sometimes you lose the parts and pieces you need. Ah, crap, it's still a gap there. And I know I don't have another one of those little modified pieces. I got a bunch of the singles, but none of the ones I need. Crepe. Guess I could go forward with it one, and then do that, Now I just need this. There we go. Now this river, uh-oh. Yep, that was my bad. I need to plug my phone in. This section is kind of plated, for the most part, plated off. We're gonna do a little modifications here and there. So now we just have that, which is done. And then, let's see how we can do that. Couple more 1x3s. I'm just gonna dump this out. It's gonna make it a lot easier. That there. Uh-oh. Hopefully you just heard that. Hopefully you heard my answer. It's starting to get a little funky now. Okay, I need to go find the charger. The next video is going to be out soon, but you all already see it, so peace.